It's things that we've accumulated over the years. Let me tell you something. I know a woman in particular. She knew some very dark secrets about people, and some secrets that could set children free. Okay? What I mean to say is that she knew of situations where children were molested, but didn't want to say anything because it could ruin the family. Didn't want to say anything. And these children suffered through adolescence, promiscuous and confused and angry about the stuff that was done to them. But they lived it out because they couldn't speak it. They couldn't tell nobody. And this woman knew all of these secrets. And she was a relative of theirs. And she continued to hold on to these secrets because the people who did these things against, so the person who did these things against these kids was somebody who she loved and it was close to her. And she was conflicted in her soul because she wanted to do the right thing as she became religious as she got older. But she didn't do the right thing because she didn't want to burn the relationship with the person that she loved. And she didn't want the children to say anything. So these children grew into adults who manifested relationships that were violating them, violating their spaces, their womb space. And in lots of cases, they were giving it up because they just didn't feel like their womb, their yoni, their vagina was worth fighting for because they were so used to being violated. And yet this woman that knew all of this, their relative who said they loved them, started to develop a sickness in her solar plexus. The solar plexus is your third chakra that deals with self-esteem, that deals with self-confidence, self-worth. It deals with either empowering yourself or devaluing yourself. It deals with so many things that to do with self. And what was happening with this woman is that because she was not telling the truth about the secrets that she knew, she kept it to herself in her solar plexus. And the organs that are related to the solar plexus are your pancreas, your stomach, your spleen, there's another one, your upper intestines, and I believe your liver. And this woman started to develop a cancer in her pancreas. And she still held on to her secrets. She still didn't want to let go. She didn't even tell anybody her secret that she had pancreatic cancer. She didn't tell nobody. And she walked around with this secret, and everybody started to notice she looked different. She's not acting like herself, but she held on to this secret. And the more these children came around her and loved on her and kept loving on her, she felt more guilty. And the tumor in her pancreas kept growing to the point where they couldn't even do surgery to get it out. And her heart started to open because she wanted so badly to heal this. She didn't realize that healing this is connected to that, to the truth. It's connected to them. And every time they loved on her, the tumor grew. Because she would not tell the truth to set them free out of the bondage that happened to them when they were children. That could stop the generation of this happening again. Because one of the children's relative was violated by another relative. You see the power in that? And so she kept holding on. And even though she knew this was happening in another area, she kept feeling guilty and holding it in because now it's like, now do I tell? It's kind of too late. Or what does that make me look like if I tell and I knew all of this time? So it just kept growing to the point where it killed her. And she could have set herself free and she could have began the true process of healing by telling the truth. Telling the truth. And so that's what a lot of us have to do in order to set ourselves free from inflammation and from healing. We're not just talking about cleansing by doing detoxes, and we're not just talking about doing fasts and things like that. That's a good part of maintenance. But if you're not maintaining the secrets that you keep, then what good is it? The illness is just going to keep coming back. That's part of cleaning. That's part of housekeeping. So